Hi everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my first page for my mini kit Monday for August. And I'm using a couple of photos of my little grand kitty Josie. She is a tortie, and my daughter, she takes such beautiful pictures of her. She has an iPhone that just, the camera on those iPhones are amazing. I do not have an iPhone. So I'm just in awe of the beauty, of the photographs. So she sends them to me at my request, and I'm so glad she does. Both her and Bailey, and so I'm able to scrap them. And they're our family, so I scrap them a lot. So I also am using a Scrapbook Generation sketch. Now, I don't do any sketches that aren't free, and you can see right now it says free sketch. And it is from October 2017. So you are more than welcome to go over to their uh, to their website and pick this up. You put it into your basket and you check out with it, and then you get immediate, there's no charge for it. So you act like you're going to pay for it, and then it's downloaded right into, available for you to, open up. So I recently purchased a printer. I had a printer that I did my photographs because it never would do any black and white. So I couldn't do any things like this. Well, when COVID came along and the libraries closed, I had to buy a printer. And so since I had a printer, I was using it for school. But since I had it available, I've been printing out sketches as well. Now, on the sketch, you see stars at the bottom of the photographs, but I chose to do those little, they're not 2 by 2, they're just little squares that have words inside them. And it came from that cut apart sheet. And I'm kind of proud of myself to use as much cut apart on this page, specifically, because normally I don't even mess with a cut apart page, but it worked out. It has some foiling on it. It's really, I thought it really turned out kind of cute. Kind of cute. So I do want some dimension on this page. I don't have any, what am I trying to say, chipboard, or even though I did pull out some wood veneer, I end up not using it at all. I don't even look at it, I don't think, for this page. And so I decided to raise these up. And normally, I would use foam tape, but I thought, you know what, let's be, a good steward of our resources. And this was going to be trash anyway. So this is chipboard remnants that I had. I think it was from a Pink Fresh chipboard. And so instead of throwing it away, I just cut it into pieces and put it on the back for some really nice texture, some elevation. I really like that. And I like the height of it. I wish I had more of that, but I don't use chipboard enough for it to, for me to have this, available. Now, this is my favorite paper, which is so funny because, I love this pink paper, the stripe that I'm using as the foundation for the photos. But to be honest, my favorite paper of everything that I got was this little bitty piece of this mustard green. And this is the first time that I am using this hexagon punch. I got it at Joann's. It was on clearance. And I thought, and I am not a hexagon person, but I thought, you know what, let me try to like it. So I still haven't felt the desire to, to use it on any pages as a hexagon. But I thought, well, I saw Janet doing this on RTS of using the hexagon punch to make the, the banner shape. So it worked out really well. It was much faster than by, my old way that I had been doing it. And now I'm looking for some embellishments. I need to add a little spice to this. and I end up using quite a few of the rub-ons. Now, let me mention here that in this little pack that I'm using, this is the one that I had uh, I had already opened, and so I didn't even look at it whenever I pulled this out. This is the first time I've looked at it since I put it away whenever a couple years ago, and all I see are a lot of these little vellum pieces. Now, I remember that there was a specialty sheet of vellum and it had all these words on it, and I cut them apart and I put them in this container. I don't have that much die cuts in this, but what I end up doing is I end up putting all of the vellum into one of those containers, and then I put the rest of the dies that were truly dies in with the original package, that I haven't even opened yet. So here, I'm a little leery of trying these rub-ons, but you know what? They work like a charm. I didn't have any problem. I think the new way that they're doing rub-ons is much better than the way they've done it in the past. I am very impressed with this. Sometimes I use my fingernail, but I decide to use a little popsicle stick that they supplied. And that is a moth over here on the left side. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what it is. But I add some stars and I add some hearts and I add some dots and I add buttons. And there's all kinds of things that tiny embellishments that I am just adding around this title. Well, it's not even the title. The title's going to go up at the top. And even though on the sketch it says long title, it's not a very long title, really. I mean, I guess it is, it's all the words, but I do a lot of different things on this page, and normally I would cut it out, but I decided to leave everything in. So if it gets a little repetitive, I am so sorry. Yeah, the colors are still so pretty. That are part of this kit, this Pick Me Up. It was really a nice collection. It was probably the last full collection that I got from her because I found that, in my opinion, Paige's kits, they all seem to kind of look alike after a while. Like, I got a few things from the Horizon, but it seemed like, don't I already have this? So I haven't purchased much from her in a while. Okay, so now I'm going to work on my title. And I'm going to die cut the word home. And these are dies that I got from Lawn Fawn. And I can't remember the name. If anyone's interested, I can tell you what the name is, I think. Anyway, and I don't even know if Lawn Fawn still has them. Is it Cole? I think it's Cole, Cole. That's the name of it. Now, I think that you could probably, cut all these alphas apart, but there is no way in heck I was going to do that. To me, it is better to cut the paper the size of the alpha instead of having to hunt and peck for all of the alpha. There is no way I could do that. So that's why I leave it as a full sheet. So as a full die. And I don't know how other people do it, but that's the way that I chose how to do it. I just can't do it the other way. Now, I did have, the blue that I used for the home and this piece right here that I'm getting ready to die cut a heart out of. Those were leftover papers that I had, and I put them in the die box. And, if they're small enough, I went ahead and kept them in there. And because I end up using both of them. I use my scraps. Now, I don't like to keep scraps for everything, but for some reason, I really liked both of those, and so I kept them. And it also depends on how big they are. So, yeah, I'm pleased that I was able to use them. And I'm kind of sad that I don't have more of those either. So they didn't come. I don't think that either one of those are in. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. That just cut off. My program that I use to make my videos, it will only allow me to do voiceovers 10 minutes at a time. And, normally I don't have voiceovers more than 10 minutes. So I wasn't even paying attention to that. And I'm just blabbing and carrying on. I am so sorry that that cut off. But I was talking about, I don't think that either one of those papers are in the paper pad. I'm going to have to go back and look because I really do like those. Now that I see them like this, anyway, I guess when I was looking through the paper pad, it didn't attract my attention. All right, so now I'm also looking for more embellishments, and I don't think I add much. I know that I end up looking in the other embellishment pack, but I think that is it. Yeah, I think this is, I'm just going to look through this. I'm going to pull out one little thing. It's going to go up there by the word home, and then that is it. All right. Well, I'll take this opportunity to talk about the other ladies of the group. We have Becky, Daisy, Dolly, Shannon, and Kathy. Make sure you check out their channels. I'm going to leave links to them below as well as the Facebook group. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. All righty. Bye bye.